Hello everyone, this is Sandy. Today we're gonna make Charsiu. So Charsiu is Cantonese roast pork. It's one of Hong Kong's classic and favorite amongst many people here. So you should receive this box with all the ingredients you need and the instruction card that you can refer to later. But this is really super simple. So in here we have basically pre-roast Charsiu that's made from Spanish pork. So traditionally Charsiu is made from the neck cut of meat, and which is basically neck, shoulder, upper shoulder, and it has the right proportion of fat and lean ratio. Some people like lean Charsiu, some people like fatty, so everyone's got their own favorite. And we'll also give you a mixture of, this is Charsiu sauce, which we will basically go back into the oven together with this. It's a mixture of malt sugar and our proprietary Charsiu sauce. So the good thing about this dish is that you can actually keep it in the fridge and take it out, and the way we prepare it, you can warm it up and then you can roast it again in the oven, so as if it's just fresh Charsiu out of the oven yourself. And also this particular pork we use, as we said, is Iberico, so Spanish pork, which normally if you go into any of the Cantonese barbecue shops in Hong Kong, in your neighborhood, they will not be using Spanish pork. To me, the best pork and the tastiest pork in the world is Spanish pork. So to prepare the Charsiu dish, the first thing is you turn on your oven, if you have an oven at home, to the highest marking. So in this case, 250 degrees, but if it could go up to 200, 200 is fine as well. So we'll need that at the end to give that little bit of re-roasting or caramelization of the sauce. But if you don't have it, it's also okay if you don't. So first thing we do then after that is to boil some hot water, enough hot water to cover the entire piece of Charsiu, and then we just drop it in there. Once it's boiling, and then we turn off the flame and leave it in there for about 15 minutes to 20 minutes. In the meantime, you take the sauce and you warm it up in another pan. A gentle slow heat is okay because this is a mixture of malt sugar, so burn up pretty quickly. The Charsiu's been sitting in the hot water for about 15-20 minutes now. So what you do is, because every piece of the Charsiu could be slightly different in shape, some thicker, some thinner, so when you pick it up, you can kind of pinch it like that. If it's soft, you can feel it's soft, then it's done. Then you just remove it from the vacuum bag, and you can drop it directly into the sauce. So you can turn off the heat now, it's completely boiling. You just swirl it around a little bit, let it coat. And actually it's ready to serve, but if you have the oven at home, then you put it on here. You spoon a little bit of the sauce over, but leaving just a little bit for plating later. And this goes into the oven. It should be in there if at the highest marking, a couple of minutes. Now, as soon as it hits the oven now, you can already see the edges of the meat is bubbling. The sugar is acting caramelization. So this is ready. You don't want it in there for too long because it will burn up. The sugar will burn, and it's time to cut it up. You can serve it like this on its own, or serve it with steamed rice. For Hong Kong people, we like to actually serve it quite chunky, so this is thick cut. And only the best actually pork that you make into Charsiu, you can actually serve it like that. Otherwise, it's very tough because it's quite thick a piece of meat. So it's ready for plating. That little bit of sauce that you've saved from before, just over the top, and you're done.